Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the Light Tapes. Today, my interviewer is Beth Renov, who is my co-host on my podcast, Conversations in Between the Realms. She is an absolutely incredible intuitive, so if you don't know her, definitely check her out. She is a soul spiritual mentor, incredible guide, all the things. Check her out. She has been a guide, a friend, just an incredible, all the things to me in my life. And so definitely check her out. She interviews me today as I channel the council. And I'm really excited to share this episode because not only does Joshun come through, but another member of the council comes through who calls themselves Metatron. To me, they come through as a masculine. I was seeing a lot of green as they were coming through. Beth said that she was feeling feminine. I was feeling masculine. Honestly, it doesn't really matter in the other realms as they are, the other dimensions, the other planets. There really is no sex, male and female as we perceive it. But it's a really interesting episode because this Metatron comes through. They call themselves an Essene or an Essene, which to me in my head I saw Essene and a galactic member, sort of like a hybrid type of thing. And they came through when we were talking about astrology. So some astrology comes through today, talking about North Node and South Node, which is really fascinating. This episode covers some more collective universal thoughts. It talks about some universal wars that are going on for mind control, some things about the way we view ourselves internally and externally. This is like a super duper powerful episode. Not as much of the personal questions as we had done in some of the other episodes. Just a lot came through. And it's a little bit longer. I think I was able to hold the channeling a little bit longer this time. We learned about our soul origins, Beth and I. I had kind of started to open that a little bit in the last episode where I was learning about my connection to Inanna, and then this time it came through that I was a planet. It's just like mind-blowing stuff. I'm still kind of processing it all because it was just a few hours ago, to be honest, but I really just wanted to kind of like put it together. I want to get it all wrapped up for you all because I think this is like a really like mind-opening, activating, shifting episode. So there's a lot happening here, a lot of different things coming through, going on. This is kind of a big one. So we also answered some questions that had come in from viewers, listeners, some questions that came through. This is coming out. I'm trying to think of when this is coming out. So questions that would have came in last week. We saved some that are coming out on the podcast that we wanted to have as more of a discussion, and others that are being answered here. So we answered some Edgar Casey questions that had come through from one of our viewers, listeners, Deb. Love you. We answered your question. So hopefully that's helpful to you. And some other questions that I don't even think we meant to answer, but some things regarding astrology that had come through from Sherry. And then we also have some questions that people had wrote in, and we are going to be answering those on the podcast that'll come out in a couple days. But so many more things that we weren't even planning to cover, like I said, about universal war and mind control and light and dark and evil and activation and just so much stuff. So the other thing I want to say, this is recorded, I think, a little bit better than I had done on the last one where my husband and I were having all kinds of tech issues. My tripod fell and I was facing him and it was like just, you couldn't really hear him and there were pauses. Hopefully that's a little bit better this time, but sometimes with channeling there are pauses that could be like weird or awkward. It's just like the energy coming in. Sometimes there's just like some funky stuff going on. So I just like to just kind of mention that just like it's not you if it gets like quiet for a little bit. I try to cut as many of the pauses as possible on my end, but just letting you know that. I hope you enjoy this, and we're going to keep opening. And again, send in questions. This is, again, a lot of energy. Listen in, stay open-minded, and more to come as we continue to open this up. So episode 3 of the light tapes, here we go. Hello, Bethor.
Hi, Joshun.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be talking to you again.
Oh, it is my passion to speak with you.
Oh, it's my passion too. And I love picking your brain or whatever it is up there.
It is all light, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do they have like a brain up there or in bodies or what is it?
It is all light. It is all frequency. It is all energy. Okay? Okay, so Arcturians, okay, we are all light. It is a light body. So as you have a light body, you are a light body in a human physical body. I am a light body, okay, all the time, okay? So my people, my race, we say people, but we are not people. Yes, we are not humans, okay? My race, okay, the Arcturians, okay, we communicate telepathically, okay, we do not speak, okay? When we are in human form, we speak, okay, because we do incarnate as humans, as we have said, okay? But we are light bodies. We are energy. Okay. So we do not have a brain, human parts. Okay. We are light.
Can I ask you some questions that came in from viewers?
Of course. Of course. We love to answer questions. Yes. Yes. That's why we are here. Okay. We are here to teach. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
So
Look how good she is doing. She's doing good. Yes?
she is. She's not wobbling all around.
Oh, we are proud. We are so proud.
Yes. Okay, so one person asked, this is regarding your conversation yesterday about the universal wars. And
Yes.
what are the battles over these universal wars? Is it light and darkness? What is the purpose of these, and is there a purpose?
Okay. Well, it is for knowledge. It is for minds. It is for human minds, okay? There have been many wars over knowledge and information, human information, mind control, if you will, okay? So there have been many wars. There have been many different times. Yes, light and dark, good and evil, if you will, okay? But it is more about protecting the knowledge of the good, okay? It is about trying to protect knowledge from being controlled, okay? And it is the knowledge of the humans that we are trying to protect, okay? And so when I had said, yes, that we have fought in many wars together, yes, okay, me and Nihana, okay? And you were there as well, Bethor, okay? You have been there. You will remember soon. Okay, you will remember that you have been there. Okay, we have fought to help the humans from being controlled in their mind. Okay, and this is why we are trying to help them remember, to help the infinite beings that are here, that are trapped here, and they are trapped in forgetfulness. They are trapped in, they have forgotten who they truly are. So the information that is hidden is because they have forgotten who they really are. And we are here trying to help them remember, find their information, find that information that is hidden so that they are not controlled anymore. That is what we are fighting for. And we are still fighting. And that is why we are here at this time. We, the Arcturians, we, the Council of Light, that is why we are coming through here now, this time. There is still wars going on. This is very, very tumultuous, hard times. Hard on your planet and hard in the universe as well.
Okay. And do you think that the people who, let's call them bad, like, or dark, who are instigating this war on knowledge, are they, like, from a different realm too? Are they humans? Like...
Not humans. Not
okay,
humans.
because it
No,
feels
no,
like
no,
an
no, not
evil
humans.
vibration. Yeah.
Yes, not humans, not humans. Some of them take on the form of humans, okay? They are controlling humans. There are some humans who are being controlled by these beings, but beings, powerful, powerful beings, not humans. Humans can be controlled by these beings, okay? But we are trying very hard to protect the humans. Humans are not powerful enough to be these beings, okay? You understand? These are very, very powerful beings, okay? You might refer to them as reptilian, okay? You've heard of reptilian beings? Yes? Okay. Yeah. There are certain reptilian beings, there are certain beings in the universe, but they are very far away at this time, okay? They are not very close to you. You are very protected, okay? We are fighting very hard to keep you protected. Okay, but there are some, I would say, walking this earth, okay, but you are still very protected, okay. They are not human beings, though. Okay, they are a different race in a different realm, and they are, again, I do not like to say the word alien. Okay, there are different races in different realms. There are many, many dimensions. There are many planets. There are many different beings. Okay, there's infinity number. Okay, there are different things happening that humans are just completely ignorant of. Okay, there's a lot happening, and we are protecting as much as we can.
Okay, so if this is like the war on knowledge, the people who are following the darkness, how do we wake them up?
I think you are doing the best that you can, okay? We are here, here, what you are doing, what Nihana is doing, what you are doing, what you are spreading, okay? The more that you can wake up, the more that you can help others. I have said this before, but you can only bring those to open, okay? You cannot force awaken, okay? You cannot force others. You can just spread knowledge with your words, okay? Your words are coded, okay? You are gifted in your speech, okay? You are gifted in your writing, okay? The things that you say, the things that you do, the way that you move your body, okay? The two of you, okay? And others, okay? Those who are infinite beings here, now at this time, who are here in this time of awakening, okay, just by being here, and who are now starting to awaken, they are doing the best that they can, and we are here to help. That's all that you can do, is continue to spread knowledge, okay?
Okay, I'm getting this kind of vision in my head. So I don't think it's coincidence that all the evil is happening so far away from us that we don't see it up close. We see it through a screen, right? So does this have to do with our perception? Because we were talking the other day, if you think there's going to be an apocalypse, there's going to be an apocalypse. So there was also a question around beliefs, and it was around disease, but I think it's also around the negativity in the world. Does changing our beliefs about knowledge and using it for light affect, because we don't really see it up close, so what is that about? Is it real? Like, not that it's not real, I guess.
Yes, I understand what you are trying to say. I understand what you're trying to say. So let me try to help you parse this out, okay? So what you're trying to say is, if you're creating your own world, right? So we are trying to help you create a world, right, where you are not controlled by evil, right, or by darkness, okay, and not to create that world. So if you are going to, let's say, New Earth, right, there is New Earth, there are these new worlds, right, these different timelines, these new parallel worlds, right? In this knowledge of these new worlds is what's helping you to move over to them. Right? Okay. So that is changing the way that you believe and the way that you feel and moving yourself over to them. And knowledge of these new worlds is what helps you to move over to them. Okay. What these, let's say, this darkness, these other beings are trying to do is to put bad thoughts into your mind, to hide this knowledge of these beautiful things from you. Trying to hide this knowledge, okay, of yourself as a creator. They're trying to hide that you are your own God, that you are powerful, that you have that vibration, okay, that you have the God within you, that you are a God. Do you understand? Okay, that is what is being hidden from you, okay, your power, your infinite being that you are is being hidden from you. Okay, that is what's being hidden. So your ability to live in a world that is whatever you want it to be is what's being hidden from you. So instead you live in cages. You live in prisons. Okay, you understand? This is making sense? Okay, so you live in a prison. But you can change that by understanding that you are a God yourself. So instead, you are here, okay, and you pray to a God, okay? You pray to a God and you say, okay, this God is mad at me. I have to pray to this God. He is mad. No, you don't understand. You are God. You are all God. Do you understand? It is within you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, and something else clicked because you told me last week you can't fix everybody. And my question was going along the lines of, okay, but if we are here to like bring the light and help give knowledge and activate people, the people who really need it are so far away, how do we reach them? But I think it goes back to focusing on yourself and not trying to fix everybody else. And there's some ripple within the universe, like energy wise, that helps that. You don't physically have to go there and do it.
You raise others' vibration by raising your own vibration. Do you understand?
Okay.
You teach others that they are God by realizing that you are God. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, and it'll eventually reach them.
Yes. You lead by the example that you are. Okay? And this is what we are trying to make others understand. This is what we want other people to understand. This is what your Jesus was trying to teach. Okay? This is what others need to understand. You do not need to be praying to God. You need to understand that you are God. You are all God. You are all source. You are all energy. You all have it within you. So how you reach others is by activating within yourself. Activating the energy within you, activating the God within you is how you help to reach others.
So go
the codes
inward,
within yourself.
Right.
Yes.
Go inward, not outward. Okay. All right. And we had another
and
question.
Bethor, because I think because you are very, very how external your world has been. The mind role and why these beings are from very far away is because the mind. I want you to think about how the humans are being controlled right now. Think about how they are being controlled externally. Think about how easy it is to control through external forces, okay? I want you to think about how through your phones, okay? These are not things that were had millions of years ago, okay? Think about how easy it is to control. Think about how externally programmed, okay, your collective is right now, okay? It is easy to do mind control, no?
Very.
Okay. But also, it is easy, okay, to activate. It is easy to reach with light, too. And that is the power that you and Niana have right now. Remember that, okay?
Yes. And I think we're here for that, but I think you need to go inward for that foundation so you're almost bulletproof to that.
You're there.
Because you're exposing yourself. We both are exposing, and whoever does this light work is exposing themselves to the darkness. So you need that inner knowledge and godliness and belief in the self and the depth inward to act as a shield against it.
Yes, and you are taught very, very intentionally that thinking and believing that you are God is your ego. It is the other way around, okay? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Explain that a little bit to me.
So you are taught that to believe that you are God means that you are egotistical, that you are selfish, okay? But really, to believe that you are God is really the fullest loss of ego. That, and to believe that is going inward is truly the loss of ego. That is what you want to reach, is the loss of ego, because the inward, the most inward you could be, the loss of ego, okay? Understand this, okay? The loss of ego, okay, is not caring externally what others think, okay? Does that make sense to you now? You understand?
Yes, because it also makes us all one. You're not disconnected, but it's like you are singular. Yeah, my legs are going. You're singularly one, but when you go inward and get to that godly vibration and frequency, you are all one. And that is the ultimate highest frequency we can get. And that is like the highest consciousness, the collective consciousness that's tapping in. Okay, got it. Thank you for that explanation. Because I think, yes, I kind of got it, but I think also it was helpful for people listening to understand that. So even if I know something, if you can explain it, I think that's great for everybody because you're spreading the light and knowledge right now too.
Yes.
Okay, so second question. Given that everything Edgar Casey channeled is so well documented, why do they want Amanda to channel it now? What is the purpose of that?
Okay, so this is very important to understand. First of all, there is more information that is going to be revealed than was revealed during Edgar's time. Okay, so this is important. So more is going to come through. Okay, also, this is very important to understand that this is a different time. Okay, so more information is going to come through that people will be able to understand now and be able to put to use that they could not do, okay, back then. Okay?
Can you give me an example?
Okay, so back in Edgar's time, okay, they did not understand what an alkaline diet was. Okay, so this is something that he shared. Okay, he talked about alkalinity. He talked about doing this type of eating that was not able to actually be done. Okay, people did not understand this. Okay, also this type of medical diagnosis, okay, that was not understood. And something also I want you to understand. Okay, something about the channel that I also want to make very clear to you. When we come through in this type of channeling, okay, we can only come through in a channel, okay, that can make clear something that that person can understand. Okay, so we can only come through something that they have read or something that they have knowledge about. Okay, so I want you to understand this. Okay, so we can only come through and speak about, okay, topics and have a vocabulary, okay, something that they understand. Does this make sense to you? Okay, so it's like I am using her as a computer.
Okay.
Okay, so this is why she went to school. Okay, for this medical. Does this make sense to you?
Yes.
So that we can use her now to speak through, okay, so this Edgar Casey, speaking about the medical, speaking about the nutrition, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so now, okay, because she went to school, because she read all these books on science, okay, we will now be able to, okay, come now in this modern era, okay, be able to bring through, okay, new breakthroughs on science and nutrition, okay, that we weren't able to do in that time, okay, that we will be able to bring through, that you will record, okay, that we've talked about in the past, okay, that we weren't able to do it in that time because it would not have made sense. But because she has studied up on some of these things, okay, some of these chronic illnesses, some of these chronic diseases, okay, that she has all of this knowledge, okay, that we will be able to now take her knowledge, okay, and we will be able to channel it through, okay, into books that the two of you are going to write together. Does that make sense?
Yes. And I'm wondering if that was the purpose of her experiencing the chronic
Of
illnesses.
course, of course, of course. So you now understand this, okay?
Yes. So it's okay. So there is a north node and a south node. That is the south node. I'm probably butchering this, but this is what is lived experience, and north node is knowledge and gaining it.
Are you talking about astrology, Beth?
Yes, astrologically. So it's kind of mimicking. And does that have anything to do with what this lived experience versus like her getting like degrees? Is there something astrologically impacting this as well?
Yes, Bethor, a different guide would like to come through. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Okay. I would like to introduce myself.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Metatron. Hello.
Are you an angel? An archangel?
I am not the Metatron that you think. I am actually... No, I am... She's letting me come through. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Just settling in her body. 1 moment. Do you feel me there? Can you see me, Bethor?
Yes.
Okay.
They're telling me to take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Hello.
Hello.
I am another council member.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to come through that you are now speaking about astrology.
Uh-huh.
As it is one of my specialties.
Okay. So do you need clarity on what I was trying to say?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Joshun was talking about how Amanda had to go through this science and get these degrees, but also had this lived experience. And recently I had a birth chart reading where they talked about the north and south nodes, and that really mimics how we gain knowledge. And I think the south node was the lived experience, and the north node is the like learning, like and reading everything you can. It might be flipped, I don't remember, but in terms of this messaging and what we're here to do, is there something astrologically also that impacts how we do this?
Yes, I think it is important for you to understand that the South Node is where you choose to come in as what you are going to experience in actually the first half of your life. So you think of the South as the bottom. Okay, so that is the first half of your life, and the North is where you are ascending to, where you are trying to reach. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so that is where you are trying to reach. So that is where you are going to. So that south part, right, that south node where you are experiencing that lived experience, that is something that you need to go through. That is sort of like the bottom of the mountain, so to speak. Okay, so that is what you need to go through, and that is what is going to set you up for what you are trying to reach. The north node is the North Star. Okay, that is where you are trying to ascend to in your life, if you will.
And why is that important?
It's extremely important because it's who you will become.
Okay, is that like where the highest self lives?
Of course. Very good. And what is yours?
My what?
What is your North Node? Do you know?
It's Gemini.
So you are aiming to become more than what you are, yes?
Yes, very much
Yes.
so.
And it makes sense that you are becoming an intuitive and you are a medium, yes?
Yes.
Because Gemini splits into more than one. And that is very, very interesting that this is what you do. And you are very, very good at it, I see.
Thank you. What do you mean by splits into more than one?
Well, the Gemini has more than one face. It is twins. So I always, when I see the Gemini and what I see in you is that you will become more than one version of yourself. And it seems that you are in that split right now. And what seems to be happening is that you are shedding one version of yourself. And what you are becoming is this higher version of yourself in this North Node. Does that seem to be true?
Yes. And is it supposed to be a painful experience?
Of course. Do you think that shedding your skin is something that's easy? You're basically shooting your twin.
Ooh, God. My body's
That's okay.
tingling. Like, that is a crazy image, but it's so dead on. So
I apologize. I'm a little bit more direct than Joshun.
You are, but I like it. So what is my role in helping Amanda? What are we supposed to be doing together besides, like, what's this book about?
Oh my goodness, there's much that you are going to be doing together. The two of you are almost like the set of Gemini twins, it seems. You have been together for many, many lifetimes. And just working hand in hand, you two need each other. You need each other, and because you are going to bring much to life to help the humans. You see, there's much that needs to be done as you are the interviewer, you are the medium, and she is Niana the channel. Niana the channel that has much comes through her, but she needs you to help her bring these things through. Do you see?
And how does mediumship help with that?
Well, see how you are piecing these puzzle pieces together? She brings the pieces through and you put the pieces together.
Okay. And how is that mediumship? Is that because I'm connecting with...
Connecting, that's the main word, my love. You
that
are the
channeling-
connector.
Is that channeling in a different way?
Of course. It's all channeling. It's connection. Okay?
And
It's all connection.
I'm getting there's a word for the channeling that Amanda does. Can you...
A word for what she does.
Because I'm not, like, channeling, like, they're not coming into my body. Like, I don't think I can do what she does. I feel like there's a word for it, and maybe it's not made yet, but...
She does what is referred to as extra-dimensional. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yeah, I like that. Extra-dimensional channeling.
She walks between the dimensions and walks between the realms, you see. And that is because she has lived in literally all of them. Do you understand that your friend is literally a planet?
Whoa.
When we say that she has been here from the beginning of time, she is not a race. You see, she is a planet.
I'm getting she's everything.
She is literally everything.
And
that is
nothing all at
why,
once. Because...
yes, she walks between the realms. She does not have a race. Like, we are races, like I am a galactic, okay? So
what does that mean?
So I am from the Galactic Federation. So I am what you would refer to as an otherworldly being. Okay, I am from the Essenes. Okay, so that is my
What's that?
race. It is what you would refer to as maybe an alien race or an otherworldly being.
Okay.
Okay, and while your friend Joshun, he is an Arcturian. Okay, you know, and there's the Palladians, and there's the Syrians, and there's many, many different ones. There are the Theos, there are many, many different ones, all different kinds. But your friend, why she has struggled many, many times to find what or her identity, has she not?
Yes.
But because she doesn't have one, my dear. She doesn't have one. She is everything.
So she has one, just not a singular one.
Ah,
She has
no.
all.
Well, no, because she is the feminine. Do you understand? Okay?
Is that why she was challenged and her biggest struggle was getting out of the masculine in this
Of
lifetime?
course. Of course. Okay, she is the feminine. Okay? So what she has said to close, what has she has said? The closest she has ever been is when she has said that she is the planet Venus. Yes?
That's so funny because that's what I was just going to ask you.
That
Were
is, she
you
is that.
were you coming through and showing me Venus a few times ago? Because I saw Venus and Aphrodite. Was it
Yes.
you?
No, that was not me. That was her daughter, Aphrodite.
Huh?
That was not
And
me. I am a
okay,
part of that was not. Nope, that was someone else. I am green. If you feel the color green, that is me. That is me.
okay. And are you connected to the heart?
I am. I am connected to Metatron's cube.
What's
Yes,
that?
Metatron's cube. It is sacred geometry. Have you ever seen? That is me.
So
Okay.
are you like the vibration of everything?
I am the vibration. I am an Iceni, so I am a specific race. You can look them up. We are a hybrid race, actually. So it's not exactly human. Not exactly. It's sort of, again, kind of alien race. Okay?
But if ancient geometry like is everything like sound and words and how we communicate, does it have something to do with communication?
It's a specific symbol, my dear.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
I'm getting
It's
ahead of
called.
myself.
You are very good. You are very good, my love. You are very good. The two of you are going to make wonderful things. Wonderful things. But yes, I would say the closest to her is the planet Venus.
Okay.
Okay?
Huh. And does she need Venus? Does she need to call in Venus for anything? Any type of regulation or channeling? Like, is that going to help her? Is there a ritual or something?
I think right now she needs Earth more than anything. Does that make
Grounding?
sense to you? I think she needs to ground more than
Yeah.
anything because she is having a hard time being here on Earth. Do you understand that? It's hard for her and has been. It's hard. So in order for her to do all of this, she needs to be able to ground.
And is just nature the way to ground?
Yes, I think so. Her property is very beautiful. Tell her to go outside.
Yeah, she needs to sit in the grass. I see her and meditate in the grass. And I see water actually, her being in water.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and I'm getting like detox and a bath.
That would be lovely.
Yes.
That would be lovely. There are many more members who would love to come through. So I think the next time, I think you can speak to Aphrodite and other members of the council the more that you do this. I think. How would that sound for you?
I would like that very much.
Okay. Great.
Thank you, and thank Joshun for me. And this was really great, and I can't wait to talk more next time.
Great. Do you not want to know where you come from?
Oh, I do know. I want to know where I come from.
Okay. Do you have a clue of what your name is? It does
No.
not start with an R, as you think in your head.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, you also don't have a sound. You are a sound or a vibration. You also don't have a name. Okay. So you don't have a name either. And your race is also a planet, my dear.
And what is it?
You, you are Jupiter.
Ooh.
How does that
I'm
feel?
good because I think I'm a lucky person, so that makes a lot of sense.
That's. You are Jupiter. You are both planets that have been here for a long time.
And does Spica come to you at all?
You have spent time there, but that is not where you came from.
Okay. Because I really feel that light body and love from there, and this
Yes.
pink light. But I can't find anything on it, and that's probably because I'm not from there.
Yes. So Josh is gonna come back in. Hold on.
Oh, that's what they call him, his short name?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Josh is coming back in. Okay, Bethor. Let's talk about you
Hi.
for a second. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So. Spica. Okay. This does not exist. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? This does not exist. Okay. Pink. Okay. So here's what we feel about you. Okay? So you are also, okay, very old. Okay. So you are Jupiter, but it was not called Jupiter. Okay? Does that make sense to you? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So just like she is Venus, okay, but it was not Venus, okay? And then both of you came in, okay? And you came in as, okay, again, Anunnaki, okay? So you were here when the first humans were here, okay? So you came here, okay? So you also spent lifetimes and in different celestial groups and different planets and different celestial groups in many infinite places, okay, in many infinite things. There is no spica in my memory, in my whole thing, okay?
Okay.
Pink or purple is Arcturian, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. How does Arcturian sound to you?
No, because I see the pink light, and it's just
Okay.
light. There's no
Okay.
anything. It's just
Okay.
emotion. It's like love and pink light.
Okay. Okay. I don't have spica,
Okay.
okay? That's what we tell you, okay?
Okay.
But you also have no origin race because there is no place, just like her. And that is why you have felt your whole life disconnected, okay? That is why. Because you are everything too, okay? The both of you. And you have spent many lifetimes, okay, in different places. You feel many connections to many different things, okay, and many places, okay, and many different things. And that's why you are very powerful, okay? And I also feel a little bit of Atlantean for you, okay? I do feel some Atlantean, which feels a little bit like this, like dark bluish purple, okay, color. Okay, that's what I definitely think you have spent some time there. I feel Arcturian for you, okay? And I think even Orion that you have spent time, okay?
What's Orion?
Orion is the star system of Orion, okay? Orion, it's Sirius, okay? Sirius A and Sirius B, okay? But it doesn't mean that you are Sirian, it means that you are Orion, okay? And the Orions were the first. A lot of people that have these lives that are Hebrew or that were the first in the human beings or the Anunnaki or that end up in the Egyptian, okay? That feel connected to that were Orion. So that is a very connection to that.
Okay. And I keep seeing like an egg being split into two. And I don't know if that's our souls like split.
Gold egg, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see. But maybe next
Okay.
time. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I have to go.
Okay.
Okay? She's had too much. We gotta go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
How did that feel?
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't feel my foot.
Oh God.
How was that?
That was cool. Have you ever had two people come in?
No. I never had that
Or
guy come in.
Wow. Oh, Metatron was a man?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to stop it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was seeing so much green. Do you know Metatron's cube? Oh my God. Wait, hold on.